uh-ohs, as I would call them.
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm nice.
Please don't tell anyone how I live.
What is up, my centers? Now, today, we got some Breaking Baldo news, some major Breaking Baldo news, and it is in the felony case of Rekieta the interlocutory appeal for his motion to dismiss has been, surprise, denied. But are you really surprised? He is now required to enter a plea next Tuesday. Please see attached, and as you have here, it's all the legal papers right here. The state didn't even summon the effort to reply because this appeal is so complete dog shit. And as you can see here, the state has not filed a response. So it's not looking very good for Rackets, okay? So again, the case for an appeal was so abysmal, they didn't even bother to argue against it. Things are not looking up for Nicky Rackets, the Rail King here. Continuing on, we got in Rekieta interlocutory appeal. He failed to make any point of actual consideration for the court. He just reiterated his defense in the motion to dismiss, which the court saw no reason to revisit. Nick, fire your attorneys. They are bombing your case. So it's not even just that Rekieta himself is incompetent and, you know, it's actually everybody around him at this point. You know, he was relying heavily to this day on the watermark Anthic. And as you know, I've been going around with this theory, which I think is pretty fair, that the reason Rekieta had gone out of his ways to essentially tell clip channels that they need to make his words or his content quote-unquote transformative is because he didn't want his words to be used against them. We went ahead, we uncovered that a majority, if not all, of the case built around Nick was his own words from certain clippers that would get clips of him just saying stupid shit, incriminating shit, stuff like that. As you can see here, how Nick heavily relied on the watermark for the video that was used against him, where Nick was coked out of his mind, continues to harp on the watermark. Now, what would a watermark indicate? That would make it transformative, right? So, again, a theory I had that nobody's really combated. Nick only now conveniently decided to say, if you want to clip my content, you must make it transformative in nature so that he can have the backup of, well, you see, it's not the original copy. There's a watermark there. Therefore, you can't use it against me. So again, I don't think anybody's going to disagree with this logic. The timing of this whole thing, you can kind of just put it together like a puzzle. All right. And so here we have Breaking Baldo news again. I am fascinated how Rekieta will attempt to defend his criminal case. He admitted that the drugs were in the house. He's admitted to seeing it in May. He's admitted to frequent drug use. The difference is that somehow someone else left drugs on his bedside cabinet. A bedroom he admitted in search was his. Either he fucks over his wife on the same charges, fucks over his girlfriend, April Anderson, by pinning it on her, or attempting to frame Aaron by making the absurd claim he planted drugs in the house several weeks before his departure. I can't imagine a plea deal being generous because they gave him, or have him rather, by the balls. I'd imagine, well, this behavior in the past few months, they may even make any plea deal away. So, you know, a lot of people weighing in here, you know, it's people like, come on, Nick, don't take the plea deals. Don't take the plea deal. Show us we're wrong and go to trial. We obviously want justice to be had, etc., etc. But the wild, chaotic, neutral way of the internet, especially some people covering this, they look at this and they're like, no, Nick needs to continue to make an ass of himself. Nick needs to, like, how can he top himself off anymore? Like, recently he's been getting bodied by his former second in command. His name is Spectre. And we'll go over this, but this pretty much speaks for itself. Spectre is a Janny, or was a Janny, for REKIETALAW. His second in command, did ops with him a lot. He's such an idiot, and he was so bad, he eventually got fucking exposed by kiwifarms because he was giving them a bad rep.
Spectre is someone who managed to earn a very rare position on my shit list because he insisted on saying we. He used the royal we anytime he referred to, like, his opinion, and then the forum. Like, he would, like, become the forum's advocate in specific instances and make claims which were not true while saying we, as in him plus the forum. And I hate that. And I think, actually, I hated Brian Dunn, King of Pole, for the same exact reason. Like, stop. There is no we. It's you, motherfucker. You are the we, the French we. It's you and your opinion. And when you say we and you pretend that you know things you don't, it's like, whoa, buddy. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but it ain't no we. Okay, like, calm down. And he refused. He did this multiple times to the point where I still remember this. And I had to add, like, a special disclaimer to his profile saying that, like, everything I say is wrong and I do not represent the kiwifarms in any way. Like, I had to make that very explicit, and people thought it was like a joke he had put there himself, but no, I actually forced that on him so that there would always, if someone screenshotted this dumbest shit he was saying, nobody would have any false pretense that the little verified check mark next to his name meant that he spoke for anyone except himself. And I don't think he even does that half the time, because he's like, he does digging. He thinks he's like a spec ops, Marine Corps infosec, like, digital surgeon extracting the delicate data from behind enemy lines and shit. And then he'll, like, extrapolate on that so far beyond what is reasonable and present it as substantiated fact when it's not. Like, you have one document, and it says one thing, and it doesn't say anything else. So I don't know how the fuck you get from point A to point B. The only thing I can, like, sometimes he'll get useful stuff. Like he'll call the courthouse in Virginia, and it'll say, like, hello, is there an active charge against Ethan Ralph? And the court will say, yes, there is. And it's like, okay, and that's substantiated. But he'll take that, like, eight steps from what it is and say, like, oh, they, I can't remember the specifics because it's bullshit, and I didn't commit it to long-term memory. As I said, my memory is very bad, but he'll say, like, oh, they said this. And it's like, motherfucker, the call is right there. I listened to it myself. They did not mention that at all.
He's going ahead and he's trying to weasel his way into this and whatever. But credit where it's due. It appears that he's even bodying Nick, assuming anything he's saying is true. Which, again, you got to take what he says with a pinch of salt. I'm blocked by this person. I got blocked by them for sharing their kiwifarms thread. Anytime they try to act, smart, basically, try to gain credibility, because this person is also a known clout chaser, pedo jacketer, false accuser. It's like the works, right? But it is kind of funny to see this guy and Rekieta fight and, have just, like, the most autistic face-off known to man, especially because this guy and Rekieta both opt me when I was 18 years old, so it's kind of cathartic in that sense as well. But again, it's worth noting, when you see this person, take anything he says with a pinch of salt. Don't take it from me, don't believe me. Go to kiwifarms and look at his rep. Go to fucking Josh's rant, or the Spectre report is not a lawyer. Yeah, this guy pretended to be a lawyer at one point as well. So again, this guy is just as much of a fucking lying loser as Rekieta, which is why they got along so well. But now he's seeing the cloud chase opportunity, so he's going to go ahead and he's going to try to get on this now, even though if he was being authentic and truthful, he would have gone ahead and disavowed Nick a while ago. Classic, dishonest, Baldo guard getting off the ship before it sinks. Kind of reminds me of Ethan Van Sciver a little bit right there. But again, if you see this person, take anything they say with a pinch of salt. Go to the Kiwi Farms or watch this video here. Finish it off here. We got Legal Mindset saying, zero surprise here. This is what happens when one invests more into raging impotently against online traitors instead of properly handling the real, very real legal case. Another big L in court for REKIETALAW. So again, it's one of those things where couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. The Spurgs are falling one by one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh lad, there's still more videos regarding this that I need to post out, but we'll do that at a later date. Whew, catching up with all this shit is, it's got a little bit tiring, you know. Granted, don't make the most fancy of edits or anything. Still, so much stuff going on. I will go ahead and work on the other ones that I need to, but again, Nikki the Nose denied once again. So let me know what you think of all this. Let me know what you think of Rekieta's former second in command, Baldo guard, Spectre now all of a sudden trying to get off the sinking ship and fighting Rekieta. Let me know all this good, and let me know if you watched this video. It's very, very good. Again, you can find him on Kiwi Farms as well. I think it's rather funny. But anyway, guys, until next time, we have a good rest of your day. Appreciate you wherever you are, my centers. And until next time, please remember, don't be rackets.
The idea is they go and talk to some counselors, whatever. They identify their problems. They're like, hi, John. Why can you not in any way sustain any employment? Well, because I can't stop masturbating. Thought of children. Holy shit. Can't stop masturbating in public. Look, John, that's fucking gross. Like, why can you not do that? He's like, because I'm disabled. You're not disabled. That's not disabled, John. Disabled is you can't walk. Fucked up is you can't stop doing what you do. Wait a minute. They're sitting there like, we want to employ this guy. He's got a good recommendation. He's got all this stuff. You just can't. Because even when he applies for garbage, all we can think of is, will he fuck the garbage? Will we feel bad about it? The answer to both those questions is obviously yes. This guy is begging me to save his life. Me, because you know why? His dad won't do it. His mom won't do it. His girlfriend won't do it. His ex-girlfriend won't do it. I don't know if he has a girlfriend or an ex-girlfriend. His boyfriend and ex-boyfriend that he met at Super America or whatever, they won't do it. Siblings won't do it. The state won't do it. Teachers won't do it. Priests won't do it. Nobody on earth would save this guy's life, including himself. Because YouTuber. YouTubers spend a bunch of time. It's like, hey man, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I know life sucks right now. I know it's hard to connect with your family. I know you're fucking disconnected. I know it's an insurmountable amount. Let me help you. How do I get you connected to your family? What is it? What is it? $1,000 bus ticket?